would like to begin on the negative side by saying that the U.S. should not adopt a constitutional amendment allowing the immoral use of death penalty in every state. The current justice system that is present is plenty and sufficient. I will now present the negative side to make the claim opposing the affirmative. Very Number one, the death penalty is immoral and does not deter future murders. Number two, current life imprisonment laws are sufficient enough to keep our society stable. And three, the death penalty should not be implemented in the other anti-death penalty states. To my first claim point, the death penalty is immoral and does not deter future murders. The death penalty is not a fair retribution for heinous crimes, but following through with the execution of a criminal for any cause is both against the Declaration of Independence and Article 3 of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. The Article 3 of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights states that everyone has a right to life, liberty, and security of person. And the Declaration of Independence, as you all know, says all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights that are among these, which is life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. And these are sources that are found from the UN.org and UShistory.org, respectively. And that just means that everyone has the right to live, and that killing someone because someone has killed someone isn't the just cause. Going on to my second subclaim, the death penalty does not deter future murders. According to the Death Penalty Information Center, they have statistical data showing that the murder rates for the past 20 years in states without the death penalty show significantly lower than states with the death penalty, disproving her claim. Even House Representative Jack Miner told his colleagues that studies show crime rates are lower in states without the death penalty. And he also noted that the death penalty is not a deterrent. In fact, the figures would suggest that it is just the opposite. A new survey from the New York Times found that states without the death penalty have lower homicide rates than the states with the death penalty. The Times reports that 10 out of 12 states without the death penalty have homicide rates below the national average, whereas half the states with the death penalty have homicide rates above. And to my third subclaim, the death penalty does not protect the innocent. Since 1973, there have been a total of 138 people released from death row with clear evidence of their innocence. This was gathered from the fact sheet in deathpenalty.org. With very little execution per year, 138 innocent lives is a small but good percentage of all the people that have been executed. To my second claim, current life imprisonment laws are sufficient enough to keep our society stable. From an economical point of view, the process of the death penalty costs much more than a life sentence. A quote from the California Commission of Fair Administration of Justice says that the annual cost of the present system is $137 million per year, and a system which imposes a max penalty of lifetime incarceration instead of the death penalty is $11.5 million. The Washington State Bar Association says that it also costs significantly more to try a capital case to a final verdict than to try the same case as an aggravated murder case, whereas the penalty sought is life without possibility of parole. At the trial level, death penalty cases are estimated to generate roughly $470,000 in additional costs to the prosecution and defense over the cost of trying the same case as an aggravated murder without the death penalty, and cost of $47,000 to $70,000 for court personnel. As you can see, the system without death penalty will save our states and our countries hundreds of millions of dollars every year. And to the second subclaim of this, although the life imprisonment does not guarantee the criminal will stay in prison, they are all only allowed on parole if the parole board and many other factors show the criminal is capable of living a normal life outside without intent of committing any more crimes. it is very difficult to be granted parole for any criminal, no matter what the crime was. According to extra law, parole is a privilege, not a right, and many prisoners are refused parole when they first apply. Parole boards expect to hear a prisoner admit responsibility for his crimes. They also expect the prisoner will take advantage of programs made available in prison, such as, if appropriate, GED programs, alcohol, AA, and vocational training. They will also look at the prisoner's conduct during the incarceration, along with many other factors, such as crime committed and time served in prison. As to the third claim, the death penalty should not be implemented in other anti-death penalty states. The death penalty will not help relieve the overcrowded prisons we have in our states. Referring back to the fact sheet from the deathpenalty.info.org, in a bar graph, it shows that in the past 40 years, there has been less than a total of 1,400 executions in all 50 states combined. How can a death penalty help relieve overcrowding if there are only less than 100 people getting executed a year? And although other countries have abolished the death penalty and have seen an increase in murder, this does not mean that if the United States abolishes the death penalty, we will have the same outcome. The United States is a much different country, as you guys all know. There is no other country that has the same population size with similar politics and law enforcement. And I would conclude that the current death penalty laws are at times insufficient. They are enough to sustain the current judicial system based on the rules and regulations of the Declaration from which our nation is founded upon.